So this thing just looks awful. All right, I've got 7 different things going on. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna simplify everything inside as much as I can before I even touch that power to the power. That has to go to the bottom, and I'm gonna do 2 things at once here. I'm gonna add those two. I'm gonna multiply those two, so I add the exponents. So I'm gonna end up in the top with x to the, and I can do that in my head again. It's full to the fifths, z to the 8/3, and then the bottom's gonna have an x to the 5/13, a y to the 7/4, a z to the 9/5, and a y to the 3/2. All right, I've got 2 y's there that can go together. So nothing's going to happen other than those y's are going to get combined. 8/3, x to the 5/13. And then I'm going to have 7/4 plus 3/2 because I'm multiplying. 7/4 plus 3/2, 13/4. That looks like a B, which is not shocking. E to the 3/2. Okay, so now I can go ahead. There's some x's that can divide. There's some z's that can divide, and when I divide, sorry. When I divide, I subtract the exponents. Nothing's happening to the y, so it's staying in the bottom. 13/4. Still looks like a B. I think no matter what I write, it looks like a B. That's better. All right, then I'm going to have an x and a z in the top. So I got to do 7/5 minus 5/13. 7/5 minus 5/13. 66 over 65. And then 8/3 minus 3/2, which is 7/6. All right, so everything is simplified as much as I can in terms of inside the parentheses. Now I have this power to power to deal with. All right, so that has to multiply by all of them. The parentheses will be gone. I'm going to have an x and a z and a y, all with an exponent. So I'm going to multiply each of those by 3/5. So 66 over 65 times 3/5. Probably going to give you an ugly looking number. 66 over 65 times 198 over 325. Now, I will tell you that when you take a test, it will not be me just making random fractions, so they end up being huge fractions like this. They'll be more normal with finger quotes fractions. They'll be things, probably under the 12ths. When I made this, I was just kind of putting things together and randomly making fractions up. 7/6 times 3/5. It doesn't change how they work. The numbers just look ugly. 7/6 times 3/5, which bothers probably everyone in the world except me. And that's 7/10 for that exponent, and then 13/4 times 3/5. 13/4 times 3/5. 39 over 20. It's beautiful. All done.